have been out to the studio this weekend twice. Got back today. Always stuff going on in the world, isn't there? Always. All right, so you've heard about, by the way, this is November or December the 9th. December the 9th. It is 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:15 p.m. on the East Coast. And want to tell you just a second here about the Daniel Study Guide. There it is, spiral bound, the Daniel Study Guide. This is a proof copy. And my wife and I are working on the editing and proofreading of it. And just be a few more days and we will give the word to print the book, and we'll be getting your books out very shortly. So hang on just a little longer. We want to get it proofed good, and I'm adding a few things here and there. So anyway, good stuff. Going to be very helpful to you. All right. So the news of the day, the news of the hour, I guess, that's kind of quieted down now. Not too many people talking about it. Has Damascus fallen? Let me read you a verse here, Isaiah 17. And I want to tell you, I'm not a big proponent of the Isaiah 17 prophecy. It's just not my area. It's not something I've studied or put that much into. So I don't know. It could be a prophecy that has not been fulfilled. It maybe it's not. I don't know. But let me read the verse to you. Isaiah 17 in verse 1 says this: "The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap." That's just verse 1. Okay, now what is Damascus? It's the capital of Syria. Okay, and in recent days, as of the last several days, Mr. Assad, the Assad family has ruled Syria for 50 years or more. And they are an evil line of people, most of them. And Syria is a mess, has been a mess, is a mess, and ruled by these thugs. Okay, well, they have been overthrown. In fact, several other cities have been as well. Assad has fled for his life. I'm told it is in Russia. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm told that he is in Russia right now. And of course, Russia is an ally of Syria, as they are of Iran. And okay, they're so the city has fallen. And but did you notice what the verse said here? Let me read it again for you in case you didn't get it. The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city. Taken away from being a city. Then it says, and it shall be a ruinous heap. Now, has that just happened? I don't think so. I don't think that Damascus has been taken away from being a city. I believe Damascus is still there. Is Damascus a ruinous heap? No, it's not. They have taken over. They're sitting in the building. They're the government. So I don't think that if this is a prophecy, an unfulfilled prophecy that's going to happen, I don't see that this has happened in the last few days. However, it could be that it's in the beginning stages of what we've read here. By the way, America has bombed a few places where ISIS is to try to keep them from coming in and taking over. And Israel has bombed some chemical plants to make sure that those don't get misused. And so a lot going on, and Russia on the verge of who knows what. And but I do not see the fulfillment of this verse, if this is a prophecy, and it may be, if this is something that has not happened yet and is yet to happen, I don't see that this has been fulfilled. I don't see a ruinous heap over there, and I don't see I don't see a city that, let me read it again. The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city. So is there no city of Damascus right now? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Is it a ruinous heap? No. Has it been overthrown? Has Assad been overthrown? Yes. Um, could it be a gradual process and eventually the city will be no more? It's possible. I'm just saying that I don't see that that has happened at this moment. And now it may happen. Now, what would cause that? What would cause a city to be no more? What would cause a city to be a ruinous heap? Well, several things, but one thing especially comes to mind: nuclear nuclear explosion, a nuclear blast right in the center of Damascus. I told Doc today as we did a show. In fact, we did an update on this very topic that'll air in about a week, and for radio and YouTube, the little 15-minute clips that we do. Um, I think, and I'm not, it could be bombed with conventional bombs as well. But I'm telling you, you let a nuclear bomb explode in Damascus, it would now be a ruinous heap. It would now no longer exist as a city. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that could be on the way. By the way, who's the most likely nation to make that happen? Um, Israel. Now, I'm not saying they're going to. I'm not saying that it would be good. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying of the nations of the world, who's the most likely to wipe out Damascus? It could be Israel. Again, I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying that would make this a ruinous heap. But there's another possibility here that's maybe even more believable than what I just said, and that's this. How about the Palestinians or the Muslim crowd, the Jew haters, the Iranians, or even Russia? How about they touch one off there and blame it on Israel? Wouldn't that be something? That would make Damascus a ruinous heap. It would also bring turmoil upon Israel by by the world around them, and as well as possibly America. Um, okay, so these are just some things to think about tonight as we await January 20th, crossing our fingers, right, and praying God to keep him alive until January 20th, and try to save what we can of the world. But we're rolling down a hill at top at in a locomotive with no brakes. I don't know if anybody can fix it except Jesus. I don't know. I don't know if Mr. Trump and his team, as wonderful as it sounds, I don't know if we can be saved. Now, I don't mean spiritually. I mean as a nation, as a democratic republic. I don't know if we can be saved at this point. Half the country, if the voting was right, almost half the country voted for communism, socialism, and everything else. And for how do you save a country like that? So I don't know. Um, but I do want to say this: I do not believe Damascus, in the sense that I read in Isaiah. I don't see that Damascus has fallen. I don't see it's a ruinous heap. I don't see that it's that it's removed from being a city anymore. I see an overthrow. I see, by the way, the guys that have taken it over may not be any better or may not be much better than the regime that was already there. And it's a mess. So, um, there is, of course, a bit of a vacuum there, and people are going to try to go in and take power. We'll just, see what happens. But they were already in a mess, for several years now. Russia is in Syria. America's in Syria. Iran is there. There are several nations. I mean, everyone's fighting for the little piece of the pie here. And so keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep the book open, and keep listening for that trumpet. Keep your eyes on them skies, right? Because we're at the end of this thing. And this could just be one more domino that's fallen, that's going to maybe cause another domino to fall that will actually fulfill this. Could happen tonight, could happen in an hour. And so, all right. And anything can happen here in America, by the way. Anything can happen. We don't know what's coming. But all right. Feel free to comment. And these are just my thoughts tonight. Doc had a lot of good insight on this. We did a show on it, a 15-minute clip that we're going to try to bump. We're going to try to bump next week's radio program and slip this in instead because of the timing. I don't know if we caught it in time or not, but we'll see. And because by the time it airs, it's going to be old news. Who knows what's going to happen? By the way, they supposedly have caught the shooter of the executive in Manhattan that was murdered. Altoona, Pennsylvania. I've been there 100 times. Pastored 45 minutes from there. And at a McDonald's, somebody recognized him, must have called the police, and he is in custody. And so far, there's quite a bit of evidence saying that he's the guy. But I don't know that it's been officially stated yet. And we're talking about the United Healthcare worker and the CEO, I should say, the CEO that was murdered very strangely. Very strange that he would walk out of there without security. And but strange things are happening all the time, aren't they? Okay. The Lord's coming back at the day appointed. Nothing has to happen. Nothing's waiting. Everything's in place. The Lord will come in his good time. And the rapture will happen at the day appointed. It's already been decided. Nothing's going to speed it up. Nothing's going to slow it down. It's going to happen just as it has been prophesied that it would. And okay, wait a minute. Ladybug says, just got this live stream. Have they said if Assad's plane has been shot down? I have not heard anything anywhere about Assad being killed or an attempted assassination. What I heard was that he is in Russia, safe in Russia. I'm on Liberty Daily right now. Let me refresh the page. I would think that if his plane had been shot down, I would think that'd be a pretty big headline on at least on conservative sites. I see nothing here. I've been to the Gateway Pundit. Anybody got anything on this? I'm just now seeing this. Somebody just posted it. Van, have you heard anything about this? I have not. I've not heard anything about Assad being his plane being shot down or even shot at. But I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. Let's see. I don't know what that means. Are you afraid of the like great button? I'm not sure what that means. Is he maybe he's saying hit the thumbs up or something? I'm not sure. Bonnie Turner, Pennsylvania. Minnesota's here. Ramona. John. Hello, brother. Van said, I'm from Pennsylvania too. Where are you at? Let's see. Van posted our text, Isaiah 17:1. There's also verses in Jeremiah 49, by the way. Van posted chapter 17, verse 14. I did not read for you the whole chapter, obviously. And it says, oh, come on. Says, and behold, at eventide, trouble, and before the morning, he is not. This is not. This is the portion of them that spoil us, and the lot of them that rob us. Let's see. New subscriber, GNT or Gent, whatever that is. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. Yeah, by all means, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get alerts. We have a TV and a update every week, plus some of these live streams. And what else we got here? The last I heard, Assad was in Russia. Okay, that's Van seconds what I have told everybody. But again, maybe Putin personally granted asylum to Syria's Assad. Kremlin confirms. Okay, so if anyone's got anything on this supposed shooting down or shooting at Assad's plane, put a link. But I have not heard anything. I see nothing on the Liberty Daily page. I've been to the Gateway Pundit. There's nothing there. I have not. I've got nothing on that. So until we do, I would say it's possibly not a true report. But then again, 10 minutes from now, maybe it is. Okay. All right. I haven't read this. Supreme Court declines to lift Trump's gag order. Now, that'll be interesting. You're going to gag a president of the United States. You're going to tell him there's some things he cannot say. Okay. Good luck with that. Supreme Court in New York City. What a bunch of buffoons, I'll tell you. And the hush money case, which is ridiculous. And all right, so I see nothing else there. Any other comments I got to see here before we move on? Let's see. All right, Ladybug, I saw where a plane believed to be Assad's took to the air but did a U-turn and went off radar. Okay, if you got any links for that, I would like to see it. I'm not saying it didn't happen; it may have. I would like to look at that article or story, whatever, or video, whatever you got. But I have not heard that anywhere yet. So if you got anything on that, we would love to see it. That's Ladybug, and she's one of our regulars here. And so I'm not, she may, there's no doubt she heard that story. Now, whether it's true or not, we got to find out. But if anyone's got anything on that, send a link. We'd love to see it. All right. On that note, keep your eyes on them. Wait a minute. All right, she's saying Amir Safadi has said that on CBN. Okay, anybody got a link, or is that just a TV show? We got no link to that. So, is it possible that he made a U-turn, but it wasn't shot down? I don't know. So, checked Associated Press reporting before posting rumors. The story was out yesterday. It's all right. Someone saying it's on his YouTube page. Amir. So, I mean, I don't know. But I'd be happy to look at anything anybody's got on that. But as of right now, it does not look like that. It does not look like Assad is dead, put it that way. He's in Russia, he made it there. But what Amir said, I do not know. I have not seen it. So, but I've got friends that watch him faithfully, and I'll check and see if they know anything. It may be too late to call someone. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I may give it a try. I got one guy I can call. He watches Assad not Assad, Amir. All right. Well, on that note, let me just double check one more time. I don't see the AP UPI. Let's see. All right. So on that note, keep your eyes on them skies.